faith, hope, and love. In 1 Corinthians 13, it talks about this right at the end. It talks about these being the most important things that will last eternally. You know, John talked about it in his message, and I don't know if you have anyone you look up to, but if you do have someone you look up to in faith, then you can probably boil down what you look up to them about to these three things: faith, hope, and love. And Paul in 1 Thessalonians 1 talks about this again. And so we're going to look at that in verse 2 and 4. It says, "We always thank God for all of you, mentioning you in our prayers. We continually remember before our God and Father your work produced by faith, your labor prompted by love, and your endurance inspired by hope in our Lord Jesus Christ." Faith that produces a work that is faith-filled. Love that prompts a labor that is full of love. And a hope that breeds endurance. You know, these three things are eternal, and these three things, we look at people who have gone before us in the faith, and they're the three things that have been shown throughout generations that we've looked up to. And Paul pulls this out in this passage and goes, hey, like, good job to this church that you have these three things, that they are the markers of your faith, of your relationship with the Lord. And you know, we imitate Christ, and we look at others who have imitated Christ, and these are the three things that come out. And so, I don't know what your week looks like, but potentially it can be filled with these three things. You know, a faith that produces a work that allows God to use you in a way that could not happen without Him. That we would love like Christ has loved us, others around us, that we would love God in the way that He loved Christ. And that we would have a hope in a world that is hopeless, that allows us to endure, to live a life that follows Christ, that imitates Christ. We've stood on the shoulders of those that go before us that show these things. And so in your week, I wonder if you would take the time to have a faith that would allow God to move through you, to show love to others, and to have a hope that would have us endure through our week, to live a life that would be worthy, that would be all-consuming of what Christ has done for us. It's not that hard. It seems quite simple. But faith, hope, and love are the things that will endure into eternity. And if those are the things that we look up to from others, then they're the things in our lives that we should take hold of and go, these are what we're going to champion. So I want to encourage you in this week. Have a faith to see the Lord move. Show a love that Christ has shown to us. And have hope that He is King of Kings and Lord of Lords, that will give you endurance for your week. Have an awesome week, guys.